Hello and welcome to another edition of Let's Kitbash. And today you can see rotating in front of you there my three company commanders. So first of all, what are company commanders? Company commanders, I have my codex here in front of me, are Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum command units. The coolest thing about them is they have an ability called Voice of Command. Voice of Command enables them to give orders to their troops, i.e. to regular Imperial Guard troops. I realized I needed them very early on when I was sending my meat shields forward and they were getting absolutely annihilated. The orders that they give are in the end of the movement phase, start of the shooting phase. You give your orders before you shoot, which makes sense. They have cool things like take aim or get back in the fight. So it really, these guys really, I've realized as I'm still learning, allow you to do a lot more with your meat shields. Fire twice, fall back and fight. They can advance and shoot, things like really cool abilities that you might probably need to pay command points for. So yeah, and these three guys here you can see rotating in front of you are from the three different, well there's more than three obviously, but from three different Astra Militarum branches. You've got the Tempestor Scions guy there from Militarum Tempestus, it's the guy with the mask and the servo skull. The elite SAS suicide troops, as I call them. You've got my Katachan guy there, the fantastic 1980s Rambo style Imperial Guard. And you've also got, who's rotating there right in front of you now, my Cadian commander. So I've collected over the last 6 months a few of each branch, and now I didn't have company commanders, so I just made them out of sprues and other bits. So I'll go through one by one now and tell you how I made each one. So let me just stop this first for you. Cool. So we'll start with my favorite guy first of all. My favorite guy is Commander Colonel, I'll bring him a bit closer there for you, Commander Wadley. I actually named him after my previous CO in the British Army, and he had a fantastic moustache. So as you can see here on the head, I've used a Militarum Tempestor Scions, a spare head there with the beret, and for the arm I have included a, let me just bring him a bit closer there. I've used a Space Wolves Space Marine plasma pistol arm. You can see the golden wolf on there. So yeah, I've included that on there. And then the power fist right there is actually again from the Tempestor Scions sprue, and then again the Tempestor Scions overcoat or greatcoat, which it just looks so Ali with the moustache and the overcoat. Sorry, Ali in the British Army means it looks cool, basically, or Gucci as we call it as well. Hence why I've got a lot of gold in my Jade Fist colour scheme. And then of course as you can see up here, let me bring him down a bit. There you go. On this particular, that's actually a flag banner or a flag ornament from the Tempestor Scions banner. So yeah, you can see that there. So yeah, it's this is probably, I would definitely say, it's actually my favourite miniature of all of them. Maybe aside from the Grey Knight's Nemesis Dread Knight Kitbash, I'll include a video link at the end of this video. He's probably my favourite model, just because he resonates with me, looks really cool. And he's got some historical background there as well for me. So yeah, he's my first company commander, Cadian company commander, even though he's made up pretty much of Tempestor Scions Gucci kit. So who's next? Next is, let's do the Tempestor Scions guy next. There we go. So in terms of Kitbash, I haven't actually done that much with this guy. The only thing I've done is really replace his plasma pistol there, anything up there. Again, that was a Space Wolves Space Marine arm that I had on a sprue, just got it on eBay, just chopped it off. He had before, let me stop this for you, he had before a little dagger, and and I replaced it with that. I think that's about it, but I just wanted to show this model as well because I'm doing all of the company commanders. And in terms of, he's not actually called a company commander though, because he's from the elite Tempestor Scions. He's called a Tempestor Prime, and he has this really cool baton, which I love, but kind of annoys me at the same time. As I've just covered, company commanders get 2 orders per order phase, i.e. at the start of their shooting phase, whereas this guy only gets 1 by default, and he only gets a second order if he's carrying this cool baton. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it would be cooler if he got maybe 2 orders by default and a 3rd order with the baton. That would make more sense to me, but it looks cool nonetheless. So yeah, and it's actually called a Tempestus command rod. So yeah, that's the Tempestor Prime there. Kitbashed with a plasma pistol. If I keep saying gun, I mean pistol. I absolutely love plasma pistols and plasma guns in general, so I include them wherever I can on my units, models, pardon me, and units. Yeah, that's true. So finally, we have my let's move him up there. We have my Catachan officer, or commander, should I say. As you can see with the metal arm there, he was inspired by Colonel Ironhands Strachan. So I can play him as a warlord, or I can just play him as a regular company commander. But in terms of how I made him, again, like Major Wadley, or should I say Colonel Wadley, if he's a company commander now, been promoted, I used just a basic Imperial Guard body, and I use that for Major Wadley as well, if you can see here as well. It's just a basic Imperial Guard body that he's got on there. So basic body, and on the arm I used just an Imperial Guard Servitor arm that I had spare in a bits box, again, that I got on eBay. A lot of my models are made from bits that I found on eBay. And again, I've included a Space Marine plasma pistol arm there as well, which actually doesn't look too oversized. That's what I kind of like about it. They just look the right size on his arm there. And this Catachan chap, he actually, the reason I started collecting Imperial Guard, I just got a job lot of Imperial Guard units that were classed as, they were all classed as Catachans in this broken down box. And I think that's what started me on the kit bashing, because once I'd assembled them all, there were Scions in there were Cadians in there, and there were Catachans and Servitors as well in this broken bit box. I think at the end of it, there was nearly 40 miniatures in it, and I think that's what started me down this slippery slope. Assembling them, having to put their arms on and mix and match. And this guy in particular was quite unique, because he had this really cool cloak, this really cool cloak on his back, and he looked very distinguished. So we have that. So yeah, regular Catachan body, Catachan head, Space Marine plasma pistol arm, and a Servitor claw, or servo arm, I think is the correct word for it. And then the bases actually are just bases, these cheap resin bases that I got on eBay. I always put my officers on bases, these rock bases, to give them a little bit more elevation. I also did that to my Grey Knights as well, which standing next to Primaris Marines look like small Marines. There's another video with me highlighting them. You can see them in there. And as I've said before, and I said a few times, I'm not that fussed with making fussy bases with grass and stuff. I like them quite simple and not detract and minimal. So I give them a little bit of elevation with these resin rock bases there as well. So yeah, that's these three guys. I absolutely love these three guys, and they just look so cool when they're standing next to their meat shields. And the thing that I really enjoy about Imperial Guard is the orders, and having these guys there to give your troops orders really does make a difference. I was fighting my Death Guard friend the other day, and yeah, I think I had rapid fire, double rapid fire on the las guns, and I think they took down like 2 Death Guard Plague Marines. It was just, yeah, pew 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 pew. They really make the angry torchlights, the las guns, worthwhile. So yeah, I hope you found this video interesting. Let me know about your kitbashes, whether you've got your own, whether you've made your own ones, whether these have inspired you to do some. And smash the like button, it really helps. This is a young channel, and the more you smash that like button and follow, the more I'll make these kitbash videos and let's play videos with Sister Superior Bay. Check those out as well. So yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, see you on the next kitbash. Take care and happy war gaming.